Hey guys, it's Rachel Rich Guzzi. Welcome back to Rachel's Relationship Advice. Today I want to talk to you about something that I was talking to someone the other day about, and I thought, oh, this is a great talking point for the video. So I was with a woman and she was asking me for some advice about she has been dating her boyfriend for 2 years, and I was like, well, that's great. How's it going? She's like, he's wonderful. He's a wonderful guy, and I really love him, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, so what's the next step? Are you guys going to move in together? Are you going to get married? And she's like, well, I don't know if I'm going to continue. And I said, well, why? Is something wrong? Is he a bad guy? No, he's a really nice guy, and I really love him. But my son just came a year ago from my country, and I haven't introduced them yet. And I'm just afraid that I'll be taking away from my son. And I said, well, that's interesting. I said, well, honey, you really need to realize what you're actually going to be doing is bringing more love into your son's life. You're going to give him more love. And I told her, in our society, we as single moms, we have a lot of pressure, right? Like, we got to give everything to our kid. We got to be like, we got to volunteer at school. We got to like be the room mom and PTA, PTO, like every involved in your mom and be like the most involved mom. All the after school stuff. You got to bring them in. You get your kid, right? And when we date as single moms, because I was a single mom too for a long time. When we date as single moms, it's like, oh, it's kind of looked down. It's like, why are you looking down on a single mom when she's like actually having a life? And I said, look, it's good that you're dating. It's good that you are with somebody, and it's okay to bring this person into your child's life. It's been a year, and you've been together 2 years, and it's been a year that you've been dating. It's time. If you really love this person and you want to have a future with them, you need to bring them into their life and let your boyfriend love your son as well and give your son some more love. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. And she was like, wow, I never thought of it like that. I always thought I would be taking away from him. I'm like, you're not taking away. I said, when you're at work, you have that time that you have to be at work, right? You have to be at work. And then you have so many hours in the day that you can be with your child. But you also need time, even during that day. Okay, I have my work time, and then I have my time with my child. You also need time for yourself. You have to give to yourself. And if giving to yourself is being with your boyfriend, then that's okay, because you need to fill that part of your life. Because when it's, oh, my child, you're missing something over here, right? You need to have that balance in your life. And society like really looks down on women a lot. Like, I'm not saying every time you're dating someone, bring them into your house and introduce them to your child or your children. No, please don't do that. Please do not mess them up psychologically. It should not be a revolving door in your house. Oh, look here, this is Joe. Oh, here, look, this is Juan. Oh, here, look, this is Ken. Like, it should not be like that. Please guard them psychologically. It's, make sure but if like 8 months down the road, right, you're like, I really love this person, and I think we get along really well. And 8 months is a good amount of time. A year is a really great amount of time, because the honeymoon period for most couples is between 1 and 2 years, right? So and the infatuation starts to go a little, and you start to see that person for who they really are, and you really know, like, do I like this person, or was I just infatuated? And if you really like them, and if you really want to be with them, have a future with them, that's a good time to introduce them to your child or your children, right? Men or whatever. Because when we're alone with our child, I was a single mom forever. He was 5 when I got divorced, and it wasn't forever. He was 12 when I started dating my husband now, right? And he didn't know. He did not know that I was dating. My son actually thinks that I only dated like 2 people, like my husband then and my husband now. In between then, he does not know all the people that I was dating, because I guarded him from that. And my friends were always telling me, Rachel, you need to date. Why don't you date? I'm like, honey, I do date. I just don't bring my dates around you or my son. I just keep everything separate. That's how I wanted it. I wanted to keep it separate. But I did have that part fulfilling me in my life. I was getting my needs met in my life, right? So it was only until I was dating my husband now, it was a little after a year that I introduced him to my son because I knew that we would be together forever, right? You just know, right? Or at least you think you know. Um, so please don't rob yourself of love or rob your child of more love because society tells you it's not okay. You have to give everything to your child and just be, number one mom and mom, because you will get off balance and your identity will be, oh, I'm a mom, right? I've heard that many, many times when I talk to people like, oh, hey, what do you do? I'm a mom. Like that's their identity. That's what they do. They a mom. You have to have more things that fulfill you in your life so you don't get robbed of your identity when your child leaves the house. Now what are you? I don't know. I don't know what I am. I'm lost. You don't want to be in that position, right? So it's okay to date. It's wonderful to date. We need relationships, but we need love. We also, it's okay to, when you finally decide that I really want to be with this person, it's great. That's wonderful. You are not taking anything away from your child by introducing them to your partner. And here's a little bonus. Guess what? When you do introduce your child to your partner, a new honeymoon period starts. Now they have someone new in their life and now it's fresh. And now you're going to have a new honeymoon period with your partner because the whole dynamic of the relationship just completely changed. But when you do bring your partner into your home to meet your child, you need to have a serious sit down. Just put your serious face on. Put it on, right? Because you need to tell your partner, this is how I raise my child. I don't say the word around them. I don't do this. I don't spank. I only feed them this. Whatever it is that makes you the parent that you are, you need to tell your partner all of those things. Why? Because children are very smart. If your partner is doing something that you know and they know is not what you usually allow, they will manipulate the hell out of you. They will, if they see that you guys are not on the same page, they will use it against you because they're so smart. And they can be very manipulative. So please make sure you get on the same page and have a talk with your partner about the things that you do in your home with your child, what things are okay and what things are not okay. I mean, you're not going to be able to list them all, right? But as they come along, you need to point it out. If you see your partner do something with your child that oh, that's a no, we don't do that. You just politely tell them, oh, honey, and you can tell your child, oh, sweetie, you know that you need to tell Mark that we don't do this in our house, right? So right then you stop it right there, put the boundary. So it doesn't happen again, right? Because if you don't, that ish will snowball and it will backfire against you. Okay. All right. I hope you have a great day. I will talk to you.